Howdy folks, my name is Amiibo Jason, and I just want to talk to you today about something that I've noticed now for the past, I'd say 2+ years, and it's kind of bugged me. And I'm sure if a lot of you are like me, it's probably bugged you too. And that is, there's something going on in the US about limited and collector's editions that I just don't seem to understand. It seems like the US and Canada are getting shafted from some really amazing collector's editions, and there's really no reason why. So without further ado, let's explore the mystery of the missing collector's editions. Let's take a look. Now, there's nothing better than picking up a brand new game on the day it comes out. Me, personally, I like the physical editions. I just like holding them in my hand. And something I love more than anything are those super fancy, just amazing looking collector's editions that come with, I don't know, statues, toys, and recently, a lot of steelbooks. Steelbooks are really cool because it's just this other thing that you can get for your game that makes it stand out even more. It's tough, it's cool, it's smooth, and the artwork is generally really amazing. But for some reason in the US, we have been missing out on a lot of these, and it really doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, Nintendo of America is one of the biggest markets for Nintendo in the entire world, so there's no reason why some of these amazing things are missing. And one of the first ones I've noticed, at least as of late, happens to be Bayonetta. Now, Bayonetta happens to be one of my favorite games ever, and when they announced Bayonetta 1 and 2 were coming out for the Nintendo Switch, of course, I was super excited, and then I saw it. In Europe and even in Japan, we got to take a look at some really amazing collector's editions for Bayonetta, and one of the coolest things that it had going for it was it had a steelbook, both in the European and the Japanese region. But for some reason, Nintendo of America never announced this was coming. So I waited, I didn't pre-order because I mean, why wouldn't this come out in the US? It's a huge market, and there's a lot of people, myself included, that love Bayonetta in this region. But for some reason, it just never came. So what did I do? Well, I had to import it so I could actually get the amazing goodies that came in this collector's edition. At that point, I just kind of thought, well, so what? This is just kind of a one-off thing. I'm sure Nintendo won't make this happen again. But it looks like, at least as of late, this is going to keep on happening. Now, I'm not going to go into detail on every single one that Nintendo has missed, but I do want to focus on a bunch that are coming out very soon. Let's start off with Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, if you're picking up Pokemon Sword and Shield in Europe, you get a 2-pack that comes with both Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, but besides that, you get this absolutely gorgeous golden steelbook. I love this thing. Once again, steelbooks are one of my favorite things to pick up. But for some reason, once again, this thing was announced for America as well, but it was lacking the steelbook for really no reason whatsoever. Now, it doesn't make a lot of sense why this wouldn't come with a steelbook, but for some reason, Nintendo of America decided this is just something that the American market doesn't need. And on top of that, Super Mario Maker 2, which is coming out next week, announced an amazing steelbook, but unfortunately it looks like it's only for the UK. Once again, this steelbook is amazing. I love classic Mario. I love Super Mario Maker, so this really just kind of gorgeous and colorful steelbook would be something I really wanted to add to my collection. But alas, once again, this one is skipping out on the US as well. And now one more. This one just actually happened this weekend. This was yesterday we found out this was coming. We found out that a Luigi's Mansion glow-in-the-dark steelbook is coming out in European regions as well. Now at the moment it looks like this steelbook is only coming out in Belgium and the Netherlands, at least right now. Or at this point, maybe that's the only region that announced this thing was coming. But once again, it feels like Nintendo of America is kind of leaving us in the dark. Are we going to get this steelbook? Well, at this point, the way I've been seeing steelbooks happening in the US, I'm guessing probably not. And finally, this one hurts me by far the most. It was announced, at least in the European regions, that if you pre-order a special edition version of Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch, you get this absolutely amazing collector's edition that comes with an art book, which we're getting to, but on top of that, it has this absolutely amazing Nintendo Game Boy style steelbook with the original Link's Awakening artwork right on there. This one is really enticing to me. I want this thing really more than anything, and for some reason Nintendo excluded this amazing piece of merchandise from the US version of Link's Awakening on the Switch. Why? Like I said before, I really have no idea, but unfortunately a lot of die-hard Zelda fans, like myself, are forced to import this thing if we want to add this one to our collection. Now, why is this happening? Well, it could be for a couple of reasons, and I think really the most common thing that's probably happening here is Nintendo of America feels like this game will sell no matter what, so why invest in these more expensive collector's editions? I mean, I'm guessing it does cost money to make steelbooks. In fact, I'm not guessing, I know that's a fact, but I do know that a lot of people, especially die-hard fans of franchises, are going to spend the extra money to get these things. And unfortunately, like I said before, if you want to pick up a lot of these limited editions as of now, you have to import them, and that's kind of expensive. So at this point, I really wish I could give you kind of an update on why this is happening. I just don't know. But if you're like me and you really want these amazing collector's editions, if you love steelbooks, take to Twitter, maybe tag Nintendo, say, hey, why aren't these coming to the US? And hopefully, maybe in the future, we'll get even more amazing collector's editions like we've seen in the past. But let me know your thoughts on this. Are you like me? Do you love these collector's editions? Are you a big steelbook collector? Let me know your thoughts on these in the comments down below. And that's going to wrap up tonight's Nintendo Wiretap. I'll see you soon with yet another episode, but as always, until then, stay wired in. Bye, guys.